comes together, that option will likely be there for you. For the taller people here, you're going to love it. So that's one point to make. The other point to make is when it comes time to book with Jan or outside the group, if there are a few of you that go independently, inquire about the airline alliance that airline is linked to. So the two biggies are Oneworld and Star Alliance. So for example, Air New Zealand is part of Star Alliance. So let's say we take you via Vancouver and you go down the rest of the way with either Air Canada, well, Air New Zealand is the better way to make this point. If you go via Vancouver down under and you are traveling with Air New Zealand, you can actually collect Air Canada frequent flyer miles because they're part of this alliance. It's like a big club. Okay, did I explain that right? If you were to go Qantas and you go via LA and you get to LA however means, and then LA the rest of the way, Qantas is part of an alliance called Oneworld. And I think Delta and a few of the other American carriers are all associated. So before you go, that's the key, find out who is part of what alliance and get their frequent flyer card, because there and back is just shy of 25,000 miles, which is what you need for a freebie anywhere in North America. So it's almost like a buy one, get one free. Okay, did I explain that right? That is so important because it's often forgotten. So did any of you guys who went, did you do that? Because what I find over the years is that people, I tell them after the fact, and there's no calling the airline and say, by the way, can I get credit for these flights that I did, 2 months ago? No, they don't want to know you after the fact. Okay, so the frequent flyer thing, the premium economy, those are definitely things worth asking. But as far as budget goes, that is in the top 3 questions. People want to know about the cost of the flights. Depending on how long you go for, I don't sugarcoat it. If you're going to go and do Australia and New Zealand as a couple, to spend $20,000 is not hard to do. We have a special tonight. If you brought your credit card, it's free. It's $19.90. Yeah. I just made that up actually. So to do $20,000 for that dream trip, depending on how long you're going for, is not hard to do. But again, that's why I live in Orangeville, so I'm happy to help out, and when the time comes to do in-house consultations, etc., etc. We put these itineraries together. It will be a dream trip worth every penny. That's not the answer, though. That is still not the number one. No backpack for you. Anybody else?
How long should you spend?
Yes, I get that a lot. A 1-week holiday it isn't. I leave that up there, or I have that up there because people do ask, or have asked over the years, what's the minimum amount of time? I always say for Australia it's 3 weeks. Everybody and their brother doing Australia for the first time will do some version of the East Coast. So Sydney to Cairns, it's pronounced, you don't pronounce the R, Cairns is how it's spelled, but you pronounce it Cairns. That's the gateway to the reef. So I always say to do that and not kill yourself takes 2 weeks if you were to do it by land. So that's why I say a minimum 3 weeks. So you have a breather at the start and a breather at the end. When you fly, you cross a date line and you lose a day, right? It's a beautiful thing. Do it on your birthday. Skip it that year. Don't do it on the way home, because that sucks. 2 years. And yeah, so 3 weeks. I always say minimum 3 weeks in Australia and minimum 2.5 in New Zealand. So, but that's still not the right answer.
Will you see a koala bear?
They're not bears, for starters.
Oh, I guess that was wrong then.
Yeah.
Oh. I was just a long shot.
Bears. I'll get to that. There is a wildlife component here. And
okay.
Of course, that ranks up there. People want to know, will they see a koala? And my answer is always yes. I have another analogy. It's better than the Costco one. Galway is the largest zoo in the world without a fence. They like that? And it is so true. The wildlife is there, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But we're 0 for 3, Burlington.